B marker.
No, I got it. It's fitting fine. Just had to put the wheels in.
On your flight, Kurt? Someone fiddled with the gas bill. Someone fiddled with the thermostat.
Well, you ready? Yep, sit here. You want to see the Boston version of this? You got a Snicker bar in your underwear. If you put one more stain in these underwear, I'm telling you, you're gonna wear them on your head. You're gonna pack your lunch in them.
You gotta watch your feet.
Yeah, you do. Hey, no, you mentioned the gag reel.
I don't think I can be friendly.
Action.
You did a good job in here, though. Did you? Was there? I'm gonna. No. But okay.
Hey, don't touch that! No, no! I talked it down from the high 80s. I'm making progress with her. Don't touch that!
81!
Yes, I talked it down from the high 80s. I'm making progress with her. Mess.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, you look good. You've been working out?
No, I haven't. Probably should be. Yeah. I appreciate it, though. It's always nice to hear.
I'm sorry, that
That's
was
two words. That's two words.
I know.
Okay,
That's
in
it.
the
Winter time.
Can't take it.
Whoa! Griffey's drunk too. Guys, I think Santa's house is on fire. Okay. You made a plaster cast of his entire body, just because you want to show me up.
You know what?
Oh yeah, who took my...
I got it. I'm getting emotional here.
Sorry, I couldn't tell.
You ever heard of Omaha Steaks? Well, I couldn't get them, but I got you a gift certificate.
Keep improving while the camera's on your back.
I want the first one.
You know, you just arrived. Why don't you tone down the...
Right? Might as well do a dance. Grant, do you need to go to TT?
TT? That's TT twice.
Number 2 and TT?
In that order. For the kids, look at her. She's standing under the massage. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Give me a phone.
I don't have a phone. Props never gave me a phone.
Oh God. I'll use my own.
Here he is. Look at that. Thomas, are you kidding me?
Hey!
Scared the out of me.
Brad loves the skin flute.
I'm very good at playing it.
We do duets.
I was first chair in orchestra.
Excuse me.
Could you burp in my face again, please?
You got it.
So romantic. Closing in. Go for the neck. Wait, Dawn looks a little tired, honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here. Help me.
Sarah!
Ow!
Oh, God! Oh, shit. You okay?
Certified badass that makes his own rules. Whoa.
Shovel that! Mature. Shovel it up, Brad!
The first movie was a real crowd pleaser, and we were really happy about that. And none of us were thinking sequel when we made the movie or even when the movie came out. But then, you know, the studio came to us and asked us about it. And I think everybody's knee-jerk reaction was no. You know, we couldn't really think of what we would do with it. And then the more we talked about it, the more we talked about that the first movie was a bromance. It was about, you know, two dads sort of coming together, and we thought, well, it might be fun to kind of explore the marriage of these two guys, you know, of these guys trying to co-dad these kids. So that's where we started.
Hey, Brad! Looking good, buddy.
You know, they took the time to really make the script better than the first one and have it make sense as opposed to just making it for the sake of making a sequel. And to see Dusty really trying to coexist with Brad in a way that really serves the kids is cool. Kids who get up in front of whole schools and say they don't like Christmas aren't fine, Sarah.
Well, she said she didn't like having two Christmases.
Which is on you.
So, what if we all spend a Christmas together?
A together Christmas.
That's good.
We were batting around ideas, and it just seemed obvious that Daddies 2 would have more daddies.
Look who's here!
Tell us a pom-pom joke!
Oh, it's a good one. Why does a duck have feathers?
Why?
To cover up his butt quack.
Sean and John had thought of this premise of not only Brad and Dusty's relationship, but now adding their two fathers into the mix.
Hey, kids, I got a good one for you. Two dead hookers wash up.
Hey, whoa, shut up.
No way, no way. Grandfathers. Grandfathers are the new element in the new Daddy's home because most of us return. It's Christmas time, and it's about all the families coming together.
It's an enormous blended family. I think we are up to about 12 characters by now, and it gives new meaning to the word dysfunctional. But bit by bit, we all gradually come together. But on the way to that, there are all sorts of crazy mishaps.
Hey, kid. Are you allowed to touch the thermostat at your mom's house?
Duh.
There's great slapstick stuff in this, as there was in the last one, but I think there's more of that kind of stuff in this one. And it doesn't get old for me. I just think sometimes the more broad it is, the better.
Isn't that a... Watch the tennis ball.
Brad, why'd you cut down the cell phone tower?
That's great.
I love working with Sean Anders and John Morris. You know, the set's like a giant family. Sean's very patient. He's so organized, and he clearly has a strong vision of what he wants.
They really do the work, you know, and you can see that in the attention to detail and just the quality of the writing.
Sean and John are great. They're writers by trade initially, so you can see there's a clear vision in the screenplay because they just know what they want. Sean's actually the most organized director I think I've ever worked with.
Sean sends us an email every week and tells us how the week went beforehand and what's to come the following week, which is unusual. You don't always get an email from your director talking about the project, and I think it's really nice.
At the same time, Sean's open to suggestion and that sort of thing, so he's really makes for a great working atmosphere. And
it comes from the top. I think, you know, Sean and John, they're just really excited about what we're all doing. It just is contagious, and he is unbelievably great with the kids.
Oh,
Sean is the sweetest. Like, he's the most fun director. Like, usually after movies, they're just like, whatever, bye, I don't care about you anymore. But Sean is so sweet, even after the movie. Like, he went out of his way just to, like, have fun with us, and he invited us to his house a couple of times, and he's so close now that he's kind of like our family.
Don't run on those slippery lids. Where'd you go?
I mean, look, we worked really hard to make this a bigger, better, more fun sequel, and I think that it's also an even more joyous movie. You know, it's a movie that's not afraid to just sort of be a feel-good movie. Getting to go back with that same team from the first movie, Will and Mark and Linda, the kids, that was a big draw on doing the sequel. I mean, honestly, John and I, we had told our agent right away, we love that the movie's a hit, we loved making the movie, we don't really want our next movie to be a sequel to that movie. And the thing that really brought us back was the thought of working with that team again, which just sounded like such a blast. So we thought, well, no matter what happens, we're gonna have fun.
Most of us return, and it's about all the families coming together. Everybody brings their different energies into it, sort of competing for for anybody's attention at any given time.
No more back and forth at Christmas. This year we're going to spend one Christmas all together, all of us.
All of us.
Together Christmas. A together Christmas.
Together Christmas.
Be quiet. A together Christmas like a normal family.
Yay!
I think it's just as funny, if not funnier, and just as crazy, but probably crazier.
Hey, I want to talk to you. I'm worried about your dad. Don't you think he seems slightly less chatty than normal?
You gotta be shitting me.
Linda and I are having that much more fun on this one, just being more comfortable as a married couple in terms of, you know, our on-set persona and hanging out with each other. She's just so kind of funny in a way that you don't expect.
I want some. Me too.
Now, girls, that's a grown-up drink.
Thank you, Karen.
So we're only gonna have one.
What? No, 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 no. There's rum in there, so not any. Aww.
And I like the fact that you get to see Sarah's insecurities come up throughout this movie.
Are you writing about me?
So it's fun to get to see her kind of have these other scenes where she's having to measure up to everything she thinks Karen is.
I love how you're always jotting down ideas for your book in your little notepad. People ever get crazy and think you might be writing something bad about them?
Linda Cardellini is so nice, and it's funny because her character, she's trying to be like Karen a little bit.
I like your glasses. Cool.
But she's also kind of like judging Karen's parenting.
You always assume she's the bad influence. Maybe your daughter plied my daughter with alcohol.
Maybe your daughter's that way because her mother is a shoplifter.
Shoplifter. Whenever Karen's trying to say something, she's like, wow, like you just said that.
Sometimes when Adriana does certain things, then Megan thinks that it's okay to do it because you said that.
Alessandra Ambrosio, who she had a small cameo in the first one, and she's beautiful and resilient and enough to make Sarah crazy.
You see in the end of the first movie that Karen is sort of making Sarah act so crazy, in much the same way that the guys acted so insecure with each other in the first film. Sarah sort of gets a taste of that when Karen comes into the picture.
Honey, you look amazing tonight.
What are you talking about? It's just my normal clothes. That's how I look. You know, this movie sort of increases that times 100.
So obedient. You're always following the rules, you know? Come on, Sarah. Have a little fun with me. Relax. Even if I'm Mark's wife, I spend most of my time with Linda. Her character, Sarah, plays a lot out of me.
Is this woman bothering you?
What? She's a little judgmental, but she's fine. Thank you.
No worries.
She is just amazing. She's such a good actress. Just the way she laughs on set, it's incredible. Like, her laugh is very, like, contagious.
And Alessandra, we were all so proud of her because she came in a model with not much acting experience, just so willing to work. But for her to have to come in and not only, I mean, God, put yourself in that position. You know, Mark Wahlberg, Mel Gibson, Will Ferrell, you know, Linda Cardellini. I mean, and to have to put yourself in the middle of that, just starting out and be the new kid, that's tough. And she did a great job.
Are you serious?
I'm keeping this.
So Karen was married to Roger, my ex-husband. He's a tough guy, you know? Like, Dusty gets very intimidated by him.
John Cena comes in, and he just like Alessandra, he had a small role in the first Daddy's Home and pulls up in a big motorcycle and is intimidating, and you know, he shows up again, so we're lucky to have him.
John, first of all, he's just really fun to have around on the set, and he's just really funny.
Daddy!
Hey, I am home. I want to celebrate Christmas with my perfect little girl. Don't you want to spend the holidays with your one true, real dad?
Day 2 on the set, I was saying, like, we gotta find a movie to do together because I just think he's hilarious.
Yay, come and see the cabinet.
Let's go. What's up, man? Looking good. Thank you. Lost a few LBs?
I have. Thank you for noticing.
And just brings such a great energy that makes him funny and makes him really engaging. Beyond just being like a big tough guy.
What's up, man?
How are you? Looking good.
Yeah, thanks.
Working out?
Yeah, shake weights.
The jack-off thing?
No, shake weights.
Oh, okay. All right. Whatever.
Guest suite upstairs. Put some potpourri up there for you.
I thought the button on the first movie was brilliant, and that was Mark's idea. Mark is this big, tough, imposing figure. We need someone like that, just a little bit bigger. And like his is like, just get me John Cena. And it was right after I had made the reference on another movie.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, shut your bitch up.
Mark Wahlberg? Mark Wahlberg's like 150 pounds. I'm 250 lean. I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg. Almost right after that, you had this button of the movie where I'm supposed to look like the guy that ate Mark Wahlberg. I'm supposed to be a bigger, douchier version of him. So.
What the hell did you just say? I said I love my stepdaughter and I mean it.
Cena's really cool. You know, I knew he'd be great coming back. It was such an interesting thing to see kind of Dusty uncomfortable in that situation as well.
You're not leaving us, Roger. Because I love you too.
You take that back!
Nope, can't take it back now. Everybody heard it. It's out there. Everybody hear it?
Yeah. I think this time around, it's gonna be hard for it to be over because it's been so fun and it's been so much, the first movie was so much fun, and then being with everybody again has been so great, and I think everybody feels really comfortable with each other and we all feel really relaxed, and we're having a really good time.
And I love Karen, I love Sarah, and I love my kids.
We love you too, Daddy.
Hey, Brad! Looking good, buddy.
You see these two guys who are really making an effort to be good dads. They're putting their kids first, but they're harboring a lot of issues between the two of them.
We're messing up our kids, Brad, and it's on you.
On me? Why is it on me?
Because before you came around, we only had one Christmas.
And I think that in a very comical, light, fun family way, it gets into this issue more and more people are having to deal with as far as sharing their children, which is a tough thing for anybody to do. But there's a lot of comedy there too.
All right, guys, hop in. I'll get them ready and I'll meet you at Taekwondo. Great, see you in 30. Looking forward to it. Bye.
Bye, Dad.
When you meet us now, we're working together. You know, we're doing pretty well existing as co-dads.
Dusty! Yeah, sorry. You made treats for tonight, right?
Homemade snickerdoodles coming right up. One for you too.
Should we fist bump again, or?
I don't mind a second bump.
All right.
Well, Brad is always very much into making sure this family works, this big blended family.
I wanted to take him hunting, okay? But Brad feels that...
Brad, no, we feel.
Yeah, me and Brad don't think the gun thing's a good idea, okay?
I think Dusty's life is very different. I think his life is probably the most different because he's really into co-dadding with Brad. And I think they've made a 180 since where we saw them last. You know, towards the end of the movie, the first movie, you sort of see them come together.
What if we all spend a Christmas together?
A together Christmas. That's good.
We're taking care of the responsibilities, and we're very happy with that. But once my dad shows up, you know, everything gets kind of thrown under the bus.
Here you go, Pancho. Why don't you bring the car around? We'll meet you at the curb.
I'm sorry, I'm not the driver. No, I'm Brad.
The stepdad?
This is Sarah's husband.
Why is he with you?
Brad and Dusty, that is Mark and Will, they've come into alignment. They have sort of filled each other's vacuums. The tough guy is being given a soft side, and the softie is being made to toughen up a little bit.
You know, Dusty, I think you and Kurt spending some time around me and my dad might do you both some good.
And it's working beautifully. It's only when the dads come along that it all falls apart again.
You ready to let me do that, Mr. Stubborn?
I got it.
Yeah? Never gonna fit. Ever.
You know, it's pretty clear that, you know, we're masking these issues not very well.
Dylan started noticing the girls, huh?
You know, I think it's gonna be time to get him to talk.
I'm on it, Sarah Bear. I got a whole speech prepared, all right? It's all heartwarming stuff.
They're kind of, you know, they dance around certain issues.
I'm sure you and Brad will do a bang-up job with that. Unless this isn't a co-daddy moment.
No.
No.
I mean, no, of course it is.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna talk to him together.
My dad, he's gonna pick us apart. He's gonna completely break us down and call BS on everything that we're doing.
Oh, I get it. You need to ask co-dad for permission.
Oh, shut up. I know what you're trying to do.
And what am I doing?
You're trying to make it look like I can't make a move without checking it with Brad first.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Am I right about that? Huh?
It's cool. Look, I always want to do something different, you know? I think the character's got to kind of evolve and grow. And to see Dusty really trying to coexist with Brad in a way that really serves the kids is cool. And then to see him now kind of being shaken, it's kind of like Will and I have kind of basically reversed roles. So.
Hey, do you mind? Bowler's etiquette.
What do you mean?
It means you're crowding me.
What, you can't bowl with me here?
Mark has this incredible sincerity about every character that he plays, and I think that's what makes him so funny. And even when he has to do things that are a little broad or crazy, he's always going to bring this kind of Wahlberg humanity to all of it. And you just know Will's going to bring something crazy and fun to every take.
I hate to hit you with the tough love, but the only person who can ruin your Christmas is looking back at you.
All I see is you, Brad.
Oh, wait, whoa. You know what, Dusty, I'm just gonna take the mirror down, then we don't have to worry about it.
This is Mark and I's third movie. It's nice to kind of know each other well enough to hit the ground running, and we both just approach it the same way, which is nice.
Brad, Cut down a cell phone tower. Why did you cut down a cell phone tower?
Whatever works for the scene and whatever's the funniest, whether it's the focal point is my character or Dusty.
Oh my God, what happened?
It's all the same approach of whatever works. So I love working with him.
Mr. Perfect Dad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I was being pretentious and facetious like you do. Just go.
Just trying to talk to you.
Cut away, baby.
I like when we have these talks, even though they're hard. I like them.
All right, just don't do it in front of my dad.
Cut.
Got that.
Yep. Keep rolling.
Will is a special and unique individual because his comedy really comes from a nice place. He just enjoys making people laugh, but he's a really sweet, down-to-earth guy. It's a great dynamic between the two of us, you know. People enjoy watching us together, so it's cool.
We are no longer co-dads.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, dickhead.
You know what, from now on, we'll just act like a normal blended family with me hating your guts.
You can suck a fart, Dusty.
Take a shot, Brad.
Huh? What? What? Huh?
I think now more than ever, dads are realizing the importance of their role in their kids' lives.
I don't want anything to do with you people.
Look, I never wanted to be family with you either, Roger. Just like Brad never wanted to be family with me, did you, Brad?
No, not at all. I hated your guts. In fact, I still kind of do right now.
Yeah, me too, Brad. We're all connected by these kids.
And the idea of being co-dads, I don't think any dad wants to hear that, particularly a biological father doesn't really want to hear, like, I have to be co-dads with this guy now.
I love you.
That got me. Took me to right here. What the hell did you just say?
You heard me. I said I love my stepdaughter.
The theme of the movie is embracing the family that you have, not the family that you thought you were going to have or the family that you wanted. This is what you got.
You're not leaving us, Roger. Because I love you too. And I'm never too good about saying it, but I'm going to follow Brad's example, who I also love.
Now you're just saying things to choke me up.
Brad, cut out.
At the end of the day, it's about people growing and coming together and becoming more of a family and being there for one another.
Your father hasn't met the new evolved Dusty.
You don't know what you're talking about, so shut your fat hole.
Dusty.
You see what he does to me? I mean, he's not even here yet, and he's already ruining Christmas.
Come on.
Dear God.
You gotta watch your feet.
Yeah, you do.
We were trying to figure out who would be the best version of Mark Wahlberg's character, Dusty, who his dad would be, and then who Will's character, Brad, who his dad would be.
Now we're introducing our dads into the picture. We kind of get to discover new layers onto this story that I think really justify the reason for making a second movie.
When John came down and kissed Will for the first time, everybody went bananas. And then they just did it over and over and over as we shot different angles and all of that. And what really made me laugh was when they were still doing it when they weren't even on camera, because it was just so much fun to see Mark and Mel's reaction to it.
What should we do? You want me to take my pants off?
Well, you have two extremely different styles of parenting. One completely tough love and the other soft love. And you can guess which dad is which.
Hey, Kurt, it's pretty cold out. You want to put a jacket on?
No, I run hot.
You know, the stove is gas, right? So you're not going to need the wood? You know?
We hit on the idea of what if we sort of see where these guys came from. In particular, the Kurt character played by Mel Gibson comes in and sees these guys trying to be these sort of perfect co-dads and kind of calls bullshit on that.
So on his watch, he disciplines your kids, gives them advice, tucks them in, and so forth, and that bothers you not a bit.
Doesn't bother me at all.
You know what? I'm just feeling like, guys, maybe you might want a little privacy. Stay right there, Brad. All right, he's just trying to stir the turd.
It'd take a special someone, a special individual to make Dusty uncomfortable.
Look, I'm just saying, it's not gonna work that way. Not gonna fit.
And that's Mel Gibson. But he's just being honest. You know, he calls us out on all the BS.
Trouble in paradise, fellas?
No, we're picking the
having
tree.
a conversation.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll let you guys talk it through.
We're just talking.
You want to see where these fellows descended from. So you want to see their predecessors, their fathers. And their dads are even more like them than they are.
Megan, are you sure you want to do this? You can put the gun down.
Give it a name.
Shoot!
Brad.
Shoot!
Knock it off, guys. You can't kill it if it's got a name.
Tom.
Sam.
Brian.
No.
Elijah.
Go away! Elijah,
The wonderful thing it does, you add a father to the mix. Suddenly, Mark, who is got a real swagger and is very dominating and self-assured in the first film, suddenly he's tremendously threatened, insecure, all these different colors that you didn't see the first time. And Will and I are the exact opposite of that.
Let's hear it from everybody.
There's John Lithgow playing my kind of emotionally secure father, and he is extremely gregarious, tells these perfectly boring, benign stories.
You don't go for the laugh. You try to embrace the reality of the scene. How about those pants?
Where were you guys?
Have you got some long johns on it? You're going to get cold.
Don, well, I completely adore him. Big heart, kind of one of nature's innocents, and he tells his adventures. He just talks nonstop.
You know, we don't get much skiing in Indiana. That's where I'm from. U.S. Postal Service, 39 years. Don't get me wrong, we get lots of snow. Oh yeah, we got snow, and sure gets cold.
And jumps from subject to subject. He has one of those kind of water bug minds. He skitters around. His son just thinks he's a completely wonderful father.
They're the storybook loving father and son relationship. Embarrassingly so.
Oh, those two lover boys, they're just honest and open and very loving and affectionate towards one another.
Brad, I bet you never told him about that procedure you had last year, did you?
Oh my God, what procedure?
It was nothing. I had part of my pinky toe removed.
Your pinky toe.
It's in a jar at home. I'll show it to you later.
Both Mel and John are so funny as these two characters who are kind of diametrically opposed.
Tell us a pom-pom joke!
Why does a duck have feathers?
Why?
To cover up his butt quack.
I have to tell you, first of all, I have 2 grandchildren that I adore. Guess what their name for me is? Pop-Pop. And Sean and John knew nothing about that. That's why I took the role. The minute I saw my name.
You come with Pop-Pop?
Come on, Captain.
Bye, Dad.
It's exciting for audiences to see Mel Gibson do a comedy like this. He's really a gifted comedic actor.
I like your style, Brad.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified of him because he is this genius director. It was very terrifying until he got there. He couldn't have been cooler.
That's hilarious. Oh, Don, cut it out.
There's a brief glimpse in this scene where he gets shot where the family's kind of converging on him, and you see this shot, this handheld camera from his POV, and that's Mel actually laying there in the snow holding the camera. And that was Julio, our DP, said, "Hey, do you want to hold the camera?" And Mel said, "Sure, I'll do it." And we handed him the camera, and it was pretty funny.
You can point your gun in the lens too. Honestly. And I'll just go, ah.
That's Mark.
I'm sorry, I'm Audrey. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Get out of the take his scarf, make a turn, and wrap it around his shoulder.
Lift his legs down.
If you measure how intimidated I was with how comfortable I became, it really says a lot for what a cool guy he is.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. It's like, it's a pleasure to work in a place where there's so lack of ego. I had to keep mine in check just to keep it. Thanks a lot, yeah.
The great news is that all 4 of us just get along. We know exactly what our roles are.
I really don't want to discuss.
Jeez.
We're gonna settle this physically. And when it's all over, we're gonna feel a whole lot better.
Go to sleep. It's a 4-way tennis match now. We're playing doubles in this, which is pretty fun.
The thermostat is a sacred covenant. Oh, even Brad's got his house in order.
Hey, you got no right to talk, all right? It wasn't hard to keep me away from the thermostat once you shipped me off to military school.
Kurt, you didn't. He was out of control. He was a bedwetter.
I was a bedwetter. Were you a bedwetter? I was 4 years old.
I think that seeing these 2 guys come together and seeing that their influence on the 2 families and the greater family as a whole is really fun.
I switched our flights to Vegas. New Year's at Caesars, fix you right up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Is that Sully? Wait, who? The guy who saved 155 passengers on the Miracle on the Hudson. That guy is a national hero, and he's gonna be your stepdad. Wow.
In our original script, we loved the idea of what if Brad winds up with a stepdad and rejects him.
He's gonna love you. You hear me?
Grandma!
Because Brad has been all about being this great stepdad and all of his sort of progressive ideas about co-dadding and everything, that it really made us laugh, the idea that he would have a stepdad and just be like, that.
You must be Brad.
Nope. You're not my dad! I don't care how many lives you save! You'll never replace him, do you hear me?
We were actually at our production meeting and Chris Henchy, one of our producers, said, what about Sully? It was perfect. If Will was rejecting this national hero, who better to be your stepdad than friggin' Sully, you know?
Hi, I'm Chesley Sully Sullenberger, Captain Sully, and I'm playing the role of the new stepdad for Brad. I'll tell you exactly what the difference is between acting and flying airplanes. When I do a terrible job as an actor, nobody gets hurt. You must be Brad.
Nope.
The only way that he disappointed us was that he showed up without the Sully trademark mustache. We were all like, where's the mustache? And we thought, well, maybe we could add it digitally later. But then we thought, no, we'll respect the guy's upper lip.
Well, that went well.
Oh my God, I am so sorry, sir.
He's gone.
Oh, I'm Dusty. Dusty Mayron.
Good to meet you, Dusty.
It's an honor to meet a hero.
Thank you.
Wow, look at your eyes. So handsome. You know what? Let me get that bag for you.
Thanks.
Look, is this gonna affect my free flight vouchers?
I got you covered, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Pepe, go talk to him. Pepe will bring him home. All right, guys, come on. We gotta get this guy off his feet.
The day that he showed up, just everybody wanted their picture with him. And he was very nice and just couldn't have been cooler on the day. He did great. And just that reveal just makes me laugh every time I see it.
So I was on my lunch break having a sandwich in the Jeep. Now, you never want to be seen having a sandwich in a moving Postal Service vehicle. So I pulled into the parking lot at the Pizza Hut, and Chuck Carlson, he was subbing for Terry Patrick on the University.
Excuse me, miss.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you sure can. This gentleman has a great story about Chuck Carlson. What was it, a Jeep and a sandwich?
Oh, yeah, well, I'd have to start all over.
Oh, sure, done. Take it from the top. Don't leave anything out. Tuck in, Marlene.
My best friend was a fellow named Chuck.
Dylan, what are you going to ask Santa Claus for this year?
I need some new scrapbooking supplies.
Or, how about a new shotgun?
But I don't have any enemies.
Kid, everybody has enemies. Anyway, this is for when your dad takes you hunting. You know, out in the wild. You know, rite of passage, male bonding. Your father's never taken his only son hunting, has he?
Brad took me bird watching one time.
Oh. Come on, we're gonna fix this right now.
X21 Super Bantam. Perfect beginner shotgun for your first turkey hunt.
Ooh.
Take a hold.
Try it out.
Pew, pew.
He hung a pirate flag right on that flagpole. What is it? I'll be right back, I promise.
Okay.
Remember the word flagpole.
Okay.
Those are rainbow trout right there. That's a perch up at the thing. Got
Brad?
catfish.
Oh, Brad.
Is that a largemouth bass?
Do you know, Brad, I was in the middle of my Chuck Carlson story.
Oh, the one with the dog spray. Yeah, I love that story.
Isn't it great?
You got to tell Dusty.
No, I don't. No. I heard it, I think.
Look, I don't like to be a tattletale, but are you guys aware of what's going on over there?
Sides there you go.
What the heck? So you got this? Because I kind of got to get...
Yeah, go finish. That's a classic.
Yeah, Marlene, I'm right here. Marlene. Yeah, now, where was I?
Come on, Dusty.
I like it. It's really pretty.
We'll take the pretty gun.
No. Thank you so much for your help, but we're not going to take that today because we are a gun-free family.
Oh, Brad, please!
Look, boys, sooner or later the kid's got to learn where those chicken fingers he loves so much really come from.
I'm sorry once again, Kurt. It's just that Dusty and I feel that...
Yeah, I'm sure I know how you feel. I want to hear from Mr. Special Ops here. Bagged his first moose at age 6. You on board with this, Dusty?
I wanted to take him hunting, okay? But Brad feels that...
Brad, no, we feel.
Yeah, me and Brad don't think the gun thing's a good idea, okay?
Hey, now hold on a minute there, buddy. Don't mock, okay? Hey, in fact, no, come on, let's not all rush to judgment. Let's hear him out.
Let's dialogue it.
Dialogue. Go ahead.
A lot of people are gathering. A lot of beards. Beards are in fashion right now. Good-looking beards, guys. Hello.
Go on, Dust, lay it out for him.
Me and Brad feel that guns promote
a culture.
Yeah, a culture of violence towards the sanctity of life, and that maybe there are
healthier.
What is going on here?
Oh, good. More people are gathering.
No, not good. What are you looking at?
We got some great listeners.
All right, so yeah, healthier hobbies that inspire more peaceful and productive play. Okay.
I think a better example of a very productive gift is a dream catcher.
Don't pull the dream.
Can you guys see that? Ah, mesmerizing. The Lakota Indians believe.
Good Lord, what has he turned you into?
Okay, the bastard.
All right.
Startle backwards, and my shoulder hits the trigger on my dog spray canister.
Hey, thanks for ratting me out, Pop.
Oh, no. Kurt, Anyway. Marlene?
No. I like Brad's way more. I just want to be your friend and listen to our problems.
But Dusty, look, I'm really sorry. I tried to get him to talk to you, honestly.
It's all good.
Dusty, please. Oh. Wow, yes. Can I help you? Staring right at me. Deep, penetrating cobalt blue eyes that I've never really noticed before. Wherever I go, they follow me. It's like a velociraptor trying to send me a message. I don't know what it is, I'm sorry.
Had to do it.
Hey, Kurt, you think you want a jacket?
Nah, I run hot.
Oh, are you sure? It's pretty cold.
He's just showing off, man. You know, the fireplace is gas, so we don't need any wood.
Well, it's good exercise. You know, it's bracing. Gas fireplace.
Hey, Dylan, look. Casey's here. You want to come French her? Yeah, you want to go do French on your girlfriend, Dylan?
Megan, leave him alone. And where did you learn do French?
I'll go talk to him. Dylan? You okay, buddy?
I don't get the whole girls thing.
Oh, girls, yeah. Yeah, that can be tricky. But you know who'd be really good in explaining that department? Your dad. Let me go grab him.
No, Brad. I just want to talk to you about this. Just you, Brad, please.
Me? You sure you don't want to talk to your dad? Oh, well, girls, okay. Huh. All right, the girl talk. You know, boys have a dingle, right? And girls have a hoo-hoo or a
Brad,
wham-wham.
I already know about that stuff.
You do?
Yes, from school, and it's gross.
Perfect.
I just want to know what to do if I like somebody.
Oh, right. Well, you want to become her friend first. You want to be that one that she confides in, that she tells you about all of her problems with the guys she's actually dating.
Got it.
It's called the friend zone. It's where we Whitaker men thrive. We're the best in the biz. Yeah. We wait them out. We lay siege. And eventually, they run out of food and water and medical supplies, and they just have to give in.
Here we are in a wild frontier, full of majestic pines, and you two numbnuts are sorting through a bunch of dried twigs on a Rite Aid parking lot.
Hey, you just can't go out on public land and cut down a tree, Dad.
Dusty, we are the public. We own those trees. Oh, I get it. You need to ask Co-Dad for permission.
Oh, shut up. I know what you're trying to do.
And what am I doing?
You're trying to make it look like I can't make a move without checking it with Brad first.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Am I right about that? Huh?
We own the paint in the friend zone. And sure, we're going to lose some. Doesn't matter. We're going to lose a lot. It's going to be a high rate of attrition. Are you going to cry? Yeah.
Oh, what do you know?
A lot of tears.
Brad's having that nitty-gritty talk
A
for you.
tear-soaked pillow.
Must be nice to have someone handle the tough stuff, huh?
You're going to lose thousands. You can't even keep track of how many women you're going to lose out on. All right? But if you know that ahead of time, it's no big deal. You just want to plant that seed, water it, and rake it, and add a little fertilizer. Do you get a crop within that first year? No, it's just a little vine. But 15 years later, you produce a small batch of grapes. But that makes the sweetest wine. And eventually, you'll keep in touch. You might even be invited to their wedding. And their dad's like, Brad, what are you doing here? Teresa never talks about you. And you're like, I'm invited. And he's like, I wonder about that. And you show them the proof. Always bring the wedding invite with you. And they can't kick you out.
Okay.
If you're lucky, you'll get that conciliatory look from her. Like, hey, thanks for coming. You'll be like, I'm here for you. She's like, good. You doing okay? I'm like, not really. But I'll be okay in the long run. And just that little acknowledgement, that crumb, that little morsel into your starving pit of emotion is just enough. And eventually, at the end of time, you will find a woman who likes you for who you are. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Do you have a pencil so I can write some of this down?
So it turns out this guy has been stealing lumber scraps from my garage for years. I mean, I would have been happy to give him whatever odds and ends of whatever he needed for his birdhouse.
Oh, all right, knock it off. I came here to drink, not to listen to you flap your gums. I'm so sorry. It's just that... As a matter of fact, I once thought someone was stealing from my garage. It turned out the culprit was this adorable little chipmunk. I caught him in one of those humane traps, and my son Brad and me, we called him John Dillinger on account of how he... But you were talking. Why don't you finish your story?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just sit here and listen quietly.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, so come to find out, whenever I mow my lawn, this guy Cobbs, he's there, just in my garage, just helping himself. I mean, what kind of costume is this anyway? Are you supposed to be some kind of a genie or something?
I'm supposed to be a wise man. Oh, sure, a dog may be a man's best friend, but he's a mail carrier's worst enemy. We like to be called mail carrier instead of mailman or postman. It's got a little more dignity. A fellow named Robert Moon invented the zip code, that ZIP for Zone Improvement Plan. It was only 3 digits back then. It's kind of sad. The summer that Gary Klein just died in the sewer, the noxious fumes. And of course, the peahen and the peacock, they'd been left there after the Scheiderers moved away. And the birds, they used to feed off of the